guys, it's Jacqueline and welcome back to another speed build in The Sims 4, and today I am actually building something for a collab. So this is for a collab called Sims Around the World Collab, and I don't actually know who's in it because it's very informal. It was introduced on Twitter and the person that's running it is Simmer Erin. So she's behind the whole thing. She's really great and you should definitely check out her channel. She's just a really nice person, and so yeah, that's her. And so she's running the collab. Basically, the concept is that you make a build or like a sim or anything like that inspired by where you grew up or where you're from. And so for today's build, I am building San Francisco townhouses. And I'm not actually from San Francisco. I'm from, somewhere in the general vicinity of San Francisco or around it. I've been there several times and I really like it. And I just wanted to do something representative of California. And so I was thinking for a while. And I contemplated several things. First I was going to do like Venice Beach, and then I was thinking LA, because that's actually more similar to where I live, is the LA sort of style of builds and stuff. But I didn't feel like I didn't really feel like building anything in that style, to be honest. So I was thinking about what I could do, and I decided that San Francisco townhouses would be a really cute idea. And so that's what we're doing today, and there's actually 4 townhouses in this build, and this is only the exterior, by the way, so I'm going to furnish the interior at some point. I'll talk a little bit about that later, but this is only the exterior of the builds, and so basically it's just 4 builds right next to each other in a row. If you don't know what townhouses are, or San Francisco townhouses specifically, they're very tall and narrow, and they tend to come in rows. And so the goal for this was that I just wanted to make 4 different townhouses, all of them sort of inspired, like I said, by San Francisco, and I wanted them all to be different architectural and stylistically. I just wanted them to be different and unique. So that is what I did. And I really like the way it turned out, actually, because they all have really similar shapes, but in terms of style, decoration, and color and everything like that, they're completely different, which there's symbolism behind that. Basically, I was just thinking about how I could make a house represent California and what I love about it, or multiple houses, I guess, technically. And the main thing that I really love about California, from my experience, is the diversity here is really amazing. You get such a great perspective. You see so many people's lives, and you don't really, I don't know, I think you don't really realize it when you live here, and then you go to other places and it's just there's entirely only one culture, and you realize what exposure you get here. So I really like that about living here. That's one of my favorite things, and so that's why there's this, that's why all the houses are different. And I will probably at some point do a create a sim, my first ever create a sim, woohoo, to create Sims to live in this house, or all of these houses, I guess. I just want them to be different, but I'll probably do that after I furnish the builds. And yeah, so all the builds are obviously going to be furnished in different styles, and that video should come sometime, hopefully late this week, I'm thinking, because I've actually been a bit MIA lately, and I'm really sorry about that. I know I always say that, and it's seriously, get over yourself. Sorry. But in my last video, if you watched that video, I had a pretty bad cold, and turns out that was a high point of it. So yeah, it just got worse after I filmed that video. So yeah, that took a lot out of me for a while. But obviously I was still going to school and stuff, so I was just really exhausted when I came home, and I didn't really feel like making a video or anything like that. I was still active on Twitter though, so I didn't completely disappear, but that's okay. Anyway, I'm back now. I have 3 videos planned for this week. One of them going up hopefully in the next 2 or 3 days is going to be, I'm kind of scared for that one. You'll see why when it goes up, but that'll be fine. And then the one after that will hopefully be furnishing this townhouse. So yeah, that's what's going on. I feel like I just talked a lot there. Oh boy. Okay, anyway, sorry, I'm really hyper right now. I don't know why. But yeah, right now we're working the first townhouse, and so I'll just describe them in order of when they are built. So the first one is this one. It's blue, and it's really traditionally styled. So basically for this one, I was thinking that maybe an older person lived here, and what I was actually thinking for their storyline is that maybe it's one person or a couple, and they're probably elders, and I was thinking that maybe they lived in San Francisco as children, and then they moved somewhere else and lived their life there, and now they're sort of moving back to live out their final, that sounds so morbid, but live out their final days. Yeah, not in a dark way or anything, just in a nostalgic type of thing. Yeah, so I kind of like that idea, and I think just that would be a really cute storyline to play out. I don't think you could actually functionally really play in these houses very well. That's the other thing. I like spent a lot of time on this lot. It's not going to do well on the gallery, and I can already tell you that, because gallery builds, like, you have to do something functional for the gallery. Nobody will download something like this, like, no matter how good it looks, and that kind of makes me sad, but also, you know, it's not about how many people download your build. It's about the joy that you experience. But that sounded so dumb. Sorry, but it's true. I really had fun with this one, actually. And yeah, so it's not, the inside obviously isn't furnished, and this video is still really long. That's because the entire thing was really detail oriented, and I kind of feel bad about that, but you know, hopefully you still enjoy the video, and you know, obviously you can leave at any point if you get bored, but I really enjoyed making this, and I think each house, since it's so individual in its style, I think it's still interesting to watch the whole thing, so, you know, your choice. But anyway, now we've moved on to the next townhouse, and this one is rustic, and yeah, basically, it takes a while to come together, let me tell you that right now. Like, it looked so hideous at the beginning, and I did not know where I was going with it at all, because I decided after this house what I was going to do for the last two houses, but this one I was kind of just freestyling it, and I was like, you know, we'll just do whatever, and hope it looks good. So I was sort of channeling, like, Brooklyn with this one, which I know, it doesn't make sense because it's San Francisco and, like, you know, it's not Brooklyn. But I think you'll see once it comes together fully. It does have a bit of a brownstone vibe, just because of the, like, brownish bricks, I think. But it's actually, like, mostly wood paneled and stuff by the end, so yeah, I don't think it's really that much of a problem. And I've definitely seen houses like this in San Francisco. The thing with San Francisco is that you can't really identify an architectural style. Like, there's everything, you know, it's a city, and that type of thing is just really impossible. So that's why I felt good doing so many different things, because, like, you could go and see literally anything. There's just so much stuff all around, and yeah, that's another reason I like it so much. It's really interesting, and I'm kind of like an architectural nerd. That's such a lie. The thing is, like, I like looking at houses, like, I'm obsessed with that. I could do it all day, every day, but I could not tell you, like, the name of the style. I couldn't tell you anything about, like, I haven't taken art history, I have not done anything like that. I'd like to, I think that would be very interesting, but, like, I need a crash course or something, because I sit here and I, like, blabber about my build, and I'm like, yeah, I did this thing, I think it makes it look like this, but I don't really know what I'm talking about, and that's the truth. I've been exposed. Anyway, so the people that I imagined to live here, I actually didn't fully have a plan. I was thinking a family. I don't really know that much about the parents, but I thought one of them might be a carpenter, and it might also be a single parent, or somebody that's, like, dating at the moment. I'm really not sure, to be honest, but I like the idea of a family living in this one. I think it would be cute, especially having, like, that elderly person next door. That would be a really cute idea. So yeah, that's what I was picturing for that house. I think you could make a lot of stuff work there, and a lot of different personality types for sure. Definitely, probably someone more on the rough and tumble side in terms of personality. I definitely wouldn't picture someone that's, like, I don't know, afraid to touch dirt or something living in this house. I think that would be kind of weird, but it would all, you know, you could do whatever you want, really. So yeah, that is what's going on with this house. And then, right now is when we go and recolor it, because I had that awful green siding. And I do end up using that siding for part of it, for part of the house, but not for all of it, because it was very bad, and I don't know, I liked the idea of the green. I try to make green work a lot, and I mean, sometimes it does. Sometimes it just hurts you to look at, so, but, I don't know, but I'm happy with it, so, yeah. And then also these little tile things that I'm putting on the sides of the window, they are from Jungle Adventure, in case anyone was wondering. I should also probably talk about the packs that I used, by the way. So, the first packs, just from looking at it and, like, picturing the other builds for the outside, it's definitely going to be mainly Strangerville, Jungle Adventure, Seasons is pretty important, and there's a little bit of, like, Get Famous stuff mixed in around the place, and, I do have some Spa Day, but that stuff is, like, pretty replaceable with something else, and I think that's actually it, maybe? Yeah, that's it, I think. Most of the other stuff that I use is replaceable, and then the little, like, roof detailing things, like the things that I'm putting on right now, the only ones in the game that we have are from Get Together and Strangerville, so I use the ones from Strangerville, I think, mainly, but the little end pieces are from Get Together, but they do have end pieces from Strangerville, so, and they, like, match up in color swatch, so I think you would have an easy time replacing those. And yeah, but Strangerville is definitely really important, so I'm sorry about that, because I know that's a controversial pack, but I think it's in most of the builds, so I do apologize for that. And then I'm gonna try to furnish the inside, like, sort of restricting packs, but also I don't think I really will that much because I don't know. I just like to go all out, and there's so many styles that are going to be covered in this build. You'll see once we get through it, because the house after this is sort of like... Oh, also Realm of Magic is important in the other two houses. I'm sorry. Sorry I forgot about that one, but the next house is sort of like a lot more mystical and really colorful and whimsical and stuff. And then the house after that is very contemporary, so yeah, there's a lot of styles going on. I don't think I could really pack restrict very well, but I will try my best, just to keep it like a few main packs that are the most important. I always try to do that. I've kind of been forgetting it lately because I've been really, as of lately, going very crazy with detail in my builds, I've noticed, and I'm not really sure why I'm doing that. I mean, I really enjoy it. I think it's so much more fun to build when you're like putting a lot of detail in and you know why everything is where it is and storylines of the characters and stuff. Like, that is just absolutely, that's what I love about building, but at the same time it does make it kind of hard to limit your builds. But I did a base game build a few builds ago, so you know, check that out if you want to. Sorry, that was a self promo. Also, guys, sorry, just like, let's decompress for a second here. Miss Griffey toured my build. That was so exciting. I just saw that like a few hours before I filmed this video. That was so exciting because she is like my build idol, and she toured my... that's so exciting. That is literally so cool. I just don't know how to deal with that, okay? That's really exciting and very cool. And yeah, so if you're new from her channel, you're probably not. See, the thing with that is that, like, I mean, obviously I didn't enter it to get like attention because that would be really dumb. But yeah, I'm not going to gain anything from that, and the reason for that is that my gallery page is not called the same thing as my YouTube channel, so even though it says in the gallery description, like, you can watch the speed build here, and even if people decided that they did want to watch the speed build for that video, like, they wouldn't really be able to find it, because, I mean, you would have to find the thing on the gallery, then copy the link. I know that's not practical, and I really should just change my gallery username, but, you know, it's okay. I kind of like having, like, separate people on every platform. It makes me feel better. That sounds so weird. But, I don't know, let me know. Do you, like, watch people and then you go and, like, follow them on their socials and their gallery page? I don't think I really do, except, like, I follow a lot of people on Twitter. Also, I follow a lot of people on Twitter that I don't subscribe to on YouTube. But, no, that's a lie, actually. I subscribe to a lot of people on YouTube, but I don't watch that many people, and I feel really bad about it always, because I, like, I want to watch everybody and be supportive, but I don't have that much time. When I do have time, I try to watch people when I do have time, I promise, I swear, but, you know, high school student, it's kind of busy, but also that feels like a cop-out a little bit, because there's, like, full-on adults that are being very supportive of people. I don't know. It's okay. Everything's fine. We've moved on to the magical house. And, yeah, so this one is really cute. I think this one actually might be my favorite. Let me know which one is your favorite after you see all of the builds, because I think this one is just so adorable. It ends up so nice, and it has really, like, a Realm of Magic-y vibe to it, even though I use a lot of Strangerville in this build. It's very, like, sort of Victorian inspired, I think. Not directly Victorian, I don't think, but, you know, who really knows. I think, honestly, if I called something Victorian, most people wouldn't really call me on it, even if it wasn't actually, so we're fine. Everything's fine. But I really like this build, and I think it would be so fun to play in this one, and you'll see something that I do later on that I really like. I should probably wait until I actually do it in the build to talk about it, but I'm not. So something that I do later on that I really like is that I imagine that whoever lives here doesn't actually use a car. Maybe they just, like, don't like cars, or they like to walk around, which I think is pretty realistic, especially considering San Francisco townhouses. In San Francisco and a lot of big cities, people don't really have cars most of the time, or a lot of people don't, because, you know, you don't need it. Like, you can get taxis and stuff and walk around a lot. So I thought it was pretty realistic not to have a car, and so instead of having that, I imagined that they had just, like, gotten some kind of construction done and like, made a little flower bed in front of their garage. So I think that's really cute. You'll see me do it later on. It's like my shreds of hanging on to landscaping in this build. Although when I furnish it, I didn't landscape the backyards, but when I furnish this I will, so there will be more landscaping, and there are little, like, grass patches. But besides that, there's not much. And there's also, like, vines and stuff and flower boxes, obviously. I don't know. I feel like there's not a lot of landscaping in this, which is obviously realistic for cities. That's one of the downsides of cities, but I don't know. I still think cities are really nice. What do you think? I'm not sure if I could ever live in a city, though, is the thing, because, like, I love cities. The hustle and bustle kind of stresses me out sometimes, but like I went to New York over the summer. That was really fun, and I love being in places like that. I feel like kind of like I'm a bit of a shy person. I know I come across as pretty high energy on here most of the time, but like in real life I can kind of be like sort of not very energetic a lot of the time. So I feel like maybe generally like I don't like being with a ton of people and stuff, like parties, rallies and stuff like that are not really my scene. But also, like, I feel like in a city, if you're just surrounded by energy all the time, even if you aren't like actively participating in it, it might fuel you. That's kind of what I think, because it's not the being around all of the loudness and everything like that that really gets to me. Well, first of all, it just stresses me out, especially because in high school, I don't know, that stresses me out. But I think it's mostly like just the fact that I have to actively participate and engage in stuff. But like if I didn't have to engage in it, I think it could actually be really energizing. Like that's what I found in New York, is that when I was around all the people walking around all the time, like it was really very, I don't know, rejuvenating, I guess. So that's interesting, in case anyone was wondering. But I would definitely like to live in a city at some point in my life. I think that would be a cool experience for sure. And living in San Francisco would be cool because, yeah, I think that would be cool because I've been there several times, and I feel like it wouldn't be too much of a departure from what I know to be my reality right now. That sounded so like, I don't know, deep. Sorry, that was weird. Anyway, yeah. So this is the back side of this house, and I think it's really nice. I don't know what to say about it. I've sort of run out of stuff to say about this build. Anyway, how was your days? I'm doing pretty well. Like I said, I was sick. I think I still might be sick a little bit. Actually, I thought for a while that I was getting sick again, which I'm very annoyed with if that is the case, because, I don't know, like I sneezed many, many times today, and that's really not on my agenda because I already had to miss one day of school because I was just not in the groove. I feel like there's congestion sneaking into my voice right now. That was really convenient timing. I promise I didn't plan it, but yeah, I already had to miss one day of school. It's really not great to miss school, especially because I missed Monday, which is like a very bad day to miss because I have a block schedule at my school. So most of the time, if you miss a day, you're only missing like 3 to 4 classes. But if you miss Monday, you're missing all of your classes. So that was not very convenient for me. I had to make up a lot of stuff. But you know, it's fine. We did it. We survived and we got through it. So yeah, I'm just hoping I do not come down with another thing. Like I'm thinking this is probably just the remnants of the cold because I didn't fully get rid of it yet. But I don't know. Maybe I don't sound congested at all and I'm just like hallucinating, because you know how like once you sound like something for a while, you just get used to it and then you don't question it. Yeah, that might be what's happening. Okay, I've spent a lot of time talking about my sickness. Anyway, yeah, besides that, I'm doing pretty well. I had 2 meetings today for my community service club thing, in case anyone was wondering. Nobody was wondering, spoiler alert, but yeah, that was fun. We're planning a dance right now, a mixer it's a fundraiser type thing that I'm on a committee, or technically chair of a committee, and we have to plan a mixer as one of our main fundraising events for the year, so that's exciting. And we also made TikToks, and guys, TikTok stresses me out. TikTok culture, I don't get it, and I don't know, does anybody else experience this? I mean, like, I'm sure a lot of people that are older than me probably are like with me on this, but people in high school, like everybody is on TikTok, and I don't understand, because when I was in middle school, TikTok was a thing, and then, I mean, it was Musical.ly back then, and people bashed it so much. Then somebody else buys it, renames it, and all of a sudden it's like a cool thing again? What is this? If you don't know, by the way, TikTok is like this app on basically like a lip syncing type thing, but they don't really use it for songs that much anymore. They use it more for like comical stuff. I mean, they do use it for songs sometimes. I'm not explaining it very well. Just look it up. It's very interesting. I don't know. I have some questions about who invented it in the first place, but it's just that like people got Musical.ly famous when Musical.ly was a big thing, and now TikTok is a big thing, and like I just don't understand it, and I want to, but I can't. I feel really detached from my peers sometimes about stuff like this, you know? So let me know how you feel about TikTok. But I was in like 3 of them today. They're up on some account. I have no idea what it's called because I don't have TikTok, so, you know, that's fine. It's all good. Anyway, yeah, but we were making TikToks to promo our new shirts because there's this big event, basically, and everybody wears shirts to the event, but this year we had a shortage of time, and so we have to get people to order their t-shirts like really fast, or else they won't have a t-shirt for the event, and they probably won't come to the event, and it's sort of like the big kickoff thing of the year, so if people don't come to it, it'll just be bad. So we really need people to come to the event, hence the TikToks promoting the shirts. Yeah, that was a long explanation, very rambly. Anyway, now we're working on the last house, and this one is the contemporary / sort of modern house. And I thought that a younger person would live in this one. So yeah, there's definitely a variety, a very diverse array of Sims living in these 4 houses. And I really like that, but I don't know. So this Sim, I was thinking more modern and probably sort of like, really likes to be eco-friendly. I don't know why, but I feel like there's a lot of plants in this build, and there's also like solar panels and stuff, which I kind of just put in to fill up space, to be honest, but it also sort of speaks to the character, you know? So that is what I was thinking there, and this one, I'll be honest, it took a while. It took quite a while to figure out what I wanted to do, and in the last like 3 minutes, like real-time building I mean, not like 3 minutes of the speed build, so that would be like the last 10-ish seconds. 10 seconds is an exaggeration, maybe the last 30 seconds of the build is when I really figure out what I want to do with this one, and that's so bad, because generally, like, I have a direction at least. I really did not for this one, so you know, that's fine. That's okay. Sometimes you just don't know where you're going. And I did not know where I was going, but I like the way that this one turns out. I'm talking way too fast. But yeah, so as you can see right now, it just looks really bland. I don't know. That always happens to me with modern houses because I forget how to like incorporate color on the outside because I just feel like it's really weird to do that sometimes. But by the end of this, like at the end, I use the wall vines, like the red flower things from Jungle Adventure, and I think those are absolutely so gorgeous, and I put them along the side of the house, and I'm like, wow, the red pops pretty nicely, maybe I should use more of it, and then I changed the mailbox to red, and just like, everything comes together, you know? My life just aligned, the stars aligned. I was about to say the stars sung, I don't know what I was thinking, like, you know how in movies there's like the angels singing in the halo, and I don't know what I'm talking about. Somebody stop me. I'm sorry. We're getting to that point in the voiceover where I just kind of lose it and fall apart. Yeah, typical me, am I right? But anyway, I did this thing here with planter boxes that are like lining the stairs. I really like that. I'm going to start doing that more. I feel like it doesn't really fit in more traditional houses, but in modern houses I'm going to do that a lot more because I think it looks so cute, and I forget who I saw do. I saw Dr. Ashley do that, that's who. Who, if you don't know, she is actually pretty popular now because she's a game changer, and EA game changer that is, and she did this in her off-the-grid trailer home, I think? Yeah, I think. And I thought that looked so cute, so I wanted to try it out here, and I really like how it ends up looking, so I'm definitely going to be doing that more from now on, and you guys should totally try it out as well, because I feel like it just makes it look a lot, like, really put together, you know? So yeah, I really enjoyed doing that, and besides that, I don't know, we're working on the back now, and I use, oh, by the way, I just wanted to mention really fast, I use the Moschino stuff windows as well as the Realm of Magic windows here, and the Realm of Magic windows, I know you're like, what are you doing? This is a modern house, you just use Realm of Magic windows, you are a weirdo, what? It makes sense, okay? Because look at them, wait till I put them up, I mean, I already put them up on the front. They look so good because there's a specific swatch, there's only one swatch of the Realm of Magic windows that are just plain old like white frame with a black sort of like interior molding thing, and then yeah, they look so good and I'm really happy with those. And so I didn't really realize that they existed, but then I found the swatch today while I was looking through them, just looking at them. Actually, I was gonna use them in the house, the like magical looking house, but then I saw that swatch and I was like, no, I'm saving these for the modern one. So I did, and these are the windows that I'm talking about, the ones that I'm using right now, and I love them so much because, listen, before these windows, we did not have good, small, modern windows. We had the, like, giant glass panes that take up an entire wall, but we did not have just, like, sort of regular old windows that didn't have a big, like, you know, fancy something or other in them. So I really like those windows, like, a lot. And yeah, because the other ones, they have like a ridiculously thick frame to them, and they're just hideous. And, you know, like, they're okay, you can use them sometimes, but how often do you really want to use them? Not that often. How often do you want to use these ones? Every time you do any type of build, because I feel like they fit in suburban houses too, and they've got the cool, like, curved window, so you could also make it in, like, a really futuristic type of modern house. It's just really good. I really like them a lot. And then I also use, like I said, the Moschino stuff ones, which are sort of like more, I don't know, French style? What is that called? The, like, cross detailing? I don't know I forget what it's called. I feel like it's French something. But yeah, I use those ones as well. And here we're just adding in the pops of red that I mentioned before, but that is actually pretty much it for the exterior of this build. So you can stay tuned if you want to see me furnish the interior sometime soon. And yeah, if you want to download these, they will be on the gallery once I furnish them, or I could also post a shell if somebody wants that. Just comment down below, but that is pretty much it. So thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it, and bye!